What's up, YouTube? Southern Comic Geek coming to you with another haul video. Couple of announcements as well as a rant. So if you want to see about or hear about all that stuff, stay tuned for the video. Now, before we get into all of this comic book related goodness, go ahead and smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as the bell notification, so that when videos like this one drop ever so randomly, you are one of the first people to know and can make the conscious decision as to whether or not to watch it now or later. As long as you watch it, we appreciate you. Talking about people we appreciate, how about the list of channel members, people that are supporting the channel through their monthly membership, whether on YouTube and or Patreon. And if you are interested in becoming a member yourself, the Linktree link is in the description below. Also in that Linktree link is a link, that's its name, to every other platform that I'm on. So feel free that if you're on those platforms as well, to give me a sub up and follow over there. It would be much appreciated. Now, membership does come with benefits, and not the least of which are our monthly giveaways. This month, in the month of February, it's kind of depends what that giveaway is going to be. And let me explain. So if we hit 1,500 subscriber total by 4 months in, or by months in, whatever way you want to say it, then I will be giving away an Uncanny X-Men 101 first appearance of Phoenix as the monthly giveaway. If we don't, we'll be giving away some other books, and so it'll still be cool. Just knot that tier up, if you will. So currently, at the time of this video, I'm at 1432, so definitely within reach, with more than half of the month left to make it. So be sure to share this channel out so that we will hit it and be able to give away that Uncanny X-Men 101. Now, how, you might ask, would you be able to get into that? Well, glad you did, because it's very simple. So you can be a member, like I showed that list earlier, of on YouTube and or Patreon. So for every membership, you get 10 entries to win. Or you could do super chats in live shows like the Saturday morning auction that I typically do, or any other premieres that are done on the channel during the month of February. For every $1 of super chat given, you get 1 entry to win. Now, you don't have to have a live show. You could have a pre-recorded show in order to, or at any time, join the channel. So there you go. There's that. So let's get into some other good stuff. Now, as the way of an announcement, so next week I am going to be at Pensacon. So I'm going to be at Pensacon Friday, the 18th of February, as well as part of the day Saturday, February the 19th. So if you are planning on making it to Pensacon, hit me up on Instagram and we'll talk all that kind of good stuff. Maybe dive into some long boxes together. Also, got some exciting news coming up in the next few months for the channel. So you want to be sure that if you have not done so already, go ahead and smash that like button and the bell notification so you don't miss anything. The other day, I was able to get the Reggie's Guide, Smart Guide to Collecting that Reggie Comics did with the Hulk King Size Annual 1 homage. If you see my Instagram, you saw where I did that as well, beside the other copies of that, to include one that a subscriber had done of me in that same pose. Also was able to pick up the Heir to the Empire #4 9.2. This was the only one of the Heir to the Empires that I needed. This is the first cover appearance of Myra Jade. For whatever reason, they kind of X'd Myra Jade out of the Star Wars mythos, Disney did. But, just with some stuff, the way it's going, it's kind of like, are they going to let Dave Filoni and them kind of rework history? I mean, if Marvel can do it, why can't Star Wars? But I digress. I went out on a marriage retreat with my wife and was able to get out to a few places. picked up this huge Moon Knight omnibus. Pretty dope. It's got first several Werewolf by Nights, Marvel Spotlights, his first appearances in the Hulk magazine, first several issues of him in his own solo title. So David Finch cover right there. Pretty dope. Picked it up at Books A Million. I'm going to read it if I want to keep it, or if I'm not, I might sell it, or might end up being in a giveaway near you. I also made it out to the Target for the fancier, and was able to pick up the Red Hood, Three Jokers Red Hood. I've had this on order several months ago and have still not gotten it. So I canceled my pre-order with GameStop, and there it is right there in the Target. Don't know what GameStop's problem is, but nevertheless, I got it here. I've been on the fence with this one, the Batgirl. I think the first one I picked up, the face sculpt was, the paint was off on it or something. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to cut down. I need more space type deal. And so I kind of talked myself out of it. But when I got these two together, decided to go ahead and pick her up. And I went out to a comic shop in Foley, Alabama. So I won't call the shop out by name, but there's only one shop in Foley, Alabama. So I had been to this shop before, didn't really have no problems. The last time I was there, picked up several books, rated the dollar bin. You know how that goes. You got that dollar bin goodness, you just can't pass it up. So last time I was there, pretty much picked up a few new books because they have new books, the dollar bins, and maybe I picked up a few priced books in there. I don't remember. But I had some extra time coming back, so I decided to go through there. Picked up a few things, and then we'll get into the rant. So we got World of Krypton number 3. This is the Miko Cian cover. It's okay. Robert Vendetti's writing it. Miko's doing these A covers, and so to me, that's kind of a recipe for success. However, the art on the inside leaves, for me at least, to be desired. I don't know. I mean, I have three issues in, so I'm already halfway through. So it's not like I'm going to stop it now, but it's kind of where. All right, then we got Transformers King Grimlock. So this is the last issue. I believe this is the B cover to King Grimlock, number 5. Batman and Catwoman, number 10. So this is one of those series that I'm ready to be over to. This is the Jim Lee cover. And, I'm a firm believer that you want to leave the person wanting more, not wishing it was over. To me, the Batman Catwoman, it's just run its course, been a little too long at the tooth. Then we got Joker number 12. And Gotham number 10, Future State Gotham. And I realized while I was there that somehow I missed picking up Gotham number 4. I hope I didn't just accidentally not put it in the CLZ app. Because I was able to pick up Gotham State number 4. I elected for the Punchline one. They had the Harley one. It's a connecting cover, which I was tempted to get both. I was like, nah, that will be all right. Darth Vader number 20. So definitely a solid title. And picked up a couple of books I'm gonna sell. And I'm not sure on this one, but definitely a cool Swamp Thing, number 5. It's seen better days. Looks like it's been to the swamp maybe. But look at that price. $1? $1 for some Swamp Thing 5? Bernie Wrightson, 20-cent goodness? How could I pass that up? Couldn't. The answer is I couldn't. So I did. So what's the problem, you may ask? Well, just a pet peeve of mine, and I know that from talking with other people in the community that it's a pet peeve of theirs too. So they had their price books. Well, they had a whole bunch of other books on the counter, boxes rather, and the boxes had ones on them. So one could assume that those are dollar books, but I saw some where it looked a little too good to be true in there. So I wanted to ask before I went through digging a lot. And said, "Hey, just wanted to confirm, are these $1 over here? Because it has a one on them." And they said, "No, we just got that collection in. We're still going through it and looking at everything, but you're more than welcome to look at it, and we'll price it at the register." Well, I have this issue that my face whole expressions show what I'm thinking. So obviously to him, it showed that, okay, I'm out, because he had already seen me kind of digging through this, and I'd seen some stuff. I'm like, yeah, okay, this can't be dollar bin stuff. And then I just dropped it and walked off. And so he obviously, between that and my facial expression, realized that I was not too happy with his answer. And he said, "Well, what we do is we take the 4 most recent sales and we do an average of them, and usually it ends up coming out, cheaper than what the most recent sales." And so I was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever," and I literally walked off. You know, I'm not going to sit there because none of it wasn't like the books were in alphabetical order, and I'm not going to sit there and get my hopes up only to be overpriced and decide I want to get them. If I'm sitting here going through your box and it's priced $5, $10, whatever, $100, whatever, and I can make that choice right there. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that. Versus getting it and getting up there and they go, "Oh, well, it's going to be $150," and then be tempted to go ahead and overpay for it, or say, "No, don't worry about it, put it back." But especially when the books are not in any kind of order, and you're going to funnel through them and do essentially their job for them by pulling out all the big books. I don't understand. It's very hard for me to understand because, they say, "Well, we can't keep pricing them all." That's true. You can't just automatically price everything to the max dollar. And as a seller, I understand that you would want to do that. Well, you know what? If you're selling on Whatnot, if you're selling on eBay, who's responsible for pricing your goods? You are, right? I am. When I sell on Whatnot, if I sell something below market value, then who's that on? That's me, because I didn't do my homework. I'm not going to, how ridiculous would it be to say, okay, we're just going to say, all right, whenever you want to start the bidding at. What? I mean, that's so ridiculous. Or, hold on a second. Let me look what it is up on eBay. Oh no, I don't want to sell it to you for that $6. I want to sell it to you for whatever. That's ridiculous. So why is it that comic shop owners think that they have some pass that they can just let you do their price marking for them, do their picking of jewels out of their loan boxes for them? I don't know. Could there be a correlation with the disappearance of certain comic shops and their lack of customer service? Could be. Look, you do whatever you want to do. I can do whatever I want to do, just like I chose to walk away and decided that I'm not going to do that today. And you can price them whatever way you want to do. Just don't be surprised when people like myself decide that they don't want to buy. Because listen, gone are the days of the 9-year-old boy, the 12-year-old boy, and he's in there at the drugstore or at the grocery store with his mom, and he's looking at the books on the rack while his mom does the shopping. And before mom says, "Hey, it's time to go," "Hey, Mom, can I get these couple of books?" And mom buys them for him. Those days are gone. Okay. They're not $1 no more. They're $4 and even more. Okay. Those days are gone. So the biggest market for paper comics, because they're sold digitally too, the biggest market for paper comics are people my age. that have disposable income. And we can be testy at times because, you work hard for that money and you try to do your best, and then somebody's just going to take you for granted, if you will. And that's what I think that these comic shops like this do. They just take for granted that I'm going to choose to do that, and I'm going to pay whatever they decide to pay. Look, if I'm going to do that, I'll just do it on eBay. And then I don't have to look at a face. I don't have to drive out there, and I don't have to waste very little time. If I'm going to have a emotionless purchase, I just do it on eBay. Why do I need the brick and mortar store? The brick and mortar store needs something to distinguish them from eBay, from whatnot, from all these other avenues of selling. They've got to be able to step their game up to where people want the experience, not just the books, because you can get the books anywhere. They need to have the experience when they go into that shop. They're like, every time I go into that area, I want to stop at that shop because it's just such great customer service. They're talking to you about books. They're not talking to everybody else behind the counter. They're not talking to their friends about Magic the Gathering or whatever. They're talking to the customer. Man, did you read that such and such? Man, that was awesome. What you reading? What can I help you out with? Man, we got this, we got that. They want that experience. And so the shops that provide that experience, I believe, overall, are more successful than the ones who don't. Now, sometimes you have geographical deals where you're the only game within so many hundreds of miles, and that'll get you for a little while. But again, because there's so many options digitally and to purchase via the web, you don't have to have that. So just a word to the wise, for the wise shops: price your stuff. What is wrong with a book getting priced? You priced it at the time you purchased it, knowing, hey, I've got $2 in this. I'm going to sell it for 10. I'm going to make a spread of 8. And if it goes up, you still made a spread of 8. If it goes down, you're not lowering the price. So what if it goes up to 12? What if it goes up to 12? You still made a spread of 8. I feel like I'm up by $2. Everybody's happy. Matter of fact, I'm so happy that I might end up spending more money in your shop than what I should. What's wrong with that? I tell you something else. Instead of these people that you're hiring behind the counters that are talking to their buddies and everything, tell them to get their rear out from behind the counter and go price things. Go check the latest what's the Comic Tom app that he promotes all the time. Go check that key collector app out, and tell them to do a job. Do some work. Okay? Do some work. But enough of my rant. Let me know in the comments down below, does that kind of stuff drive you bananas, or am I just overreacting? Also, let me know what you think about my pickups. And again, if you're going to be in the Pensacola, Florida area next week at Pensacon, hit me up and let me know. Again, I do want to shout out the channel members that are, of course, supporting the channel. Most of these people are creators of their own, whether on YouTube and or Instagram. If you see a name that you don't recognize, take a moment to write it down and then go and check them out. Follow them, give them a sub up, give them a follow, leave them a kind word at the bottom of one of their videos. It'll make them feel warm and fuzzy inside. Also, we always need those supplies, right? And sometimes they're hard to get, even admittedly through BCW. But if you can afford to wait, that's a good place to order some good supplies. Visit bcwsupplies.com. Use the coupon code SCG at checkout to save yourself 10% on your order. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and drop the hammer down on that like button. Just drop the hammer down, just like that. And hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so when videos in the future go up like this, you won't miss them. You won't miss them. You won't be in the dark. Go check me out on Whatnot. Check me out on Instagram. Check me out on Shortbox. If you hit that Linktree link, you'll see the links to all of those places, all those deals. There's a couple of other selling apps that I'm looking into but I'm unfamiliar with them. So I'm doing my homework, but I've already put the Linktree links on there. So if you're on like Pop Shop Live or Drip Shop, go ahead and sub me up there too, because maybe something's going to be coming forth, and it doesn't cost you anything to sub you up there. But until next time, keep reading, keep collecting. Adios.